Prescott. Over the middle, fire, caught, CeeDee Lamb, touchdown, Dallas.
Talking all things Dallas Cowboys and other NFL news. Do me a favor before I get started. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, hit the notification bell so you'll know anytime we talking about the boys over here on the channel. Now, first and foremost, I just want to say happy 2024 to everybody. Hope everybody have a very productive and prosperous year. So, Happy New Year from us here at Big D Media. Today is Wednesday. Yesterday the boys got back to practice. Had some interesting things come on, some old faces in the building. The Cowboys invited La'el Collins and Damian Wilson in for a workout. La'el Collins ended up signing. I'm not sure what happened with Damian Wilson, but look like we're trying to shore up some depth on that O-line before we make this playoff push. And La'el, I mean, if he's healthy, I can't see how it can hurt. So, not really, I'm not overly excited, but, I ain't disappointed either. I mean, we need some more depth on this line, especially considering what happened to big man Saturday, Tyler Smith, with the plantar fascia injury. They say he is in a better predicament than it would be if it was partially torn. So just going to be a level of pain he got to deal with throughout the playoffs. But Tyler, a tough dude, so I'm pretty sure he'll be able to get through it. But the Dallas Cowboys made that move. The New York Jets released Dalvin Cook. So maybe that's somebody the Dallas Cowboys kicked the ties on, considering our run game hadn't been very well this year. Things didn't work out with Dalvin and the Jets, and they agreed to part ways so he can try to play with a contender. I'm pretty sure he would like to make a deep playoff run before he retired. Running backs don't get to play that long, so their years are very valuable to them, and especially if they want to compete for a championship, they got to be on the right team. So big ups to the Jets for letting them move around. That was a classy move. Sometimes teams will hold on to you, but the Jets have nothing to play for either. So maybe they'll just let them go ahead and go. So maybe it's somebody we can, check out. Give them a workout. I don't see how it can hurt. Tony Pollard has been, less than impressive this year. I have to say, I can't remember the last time he had 100 yards. The blocking hadn't been the best, but, good backs, they find ways to make some things out of nothing sometimes, and I really don't see that out of Tony Pollard right now. So I don't know if the injury's still in his head, but it's just not something I'm seeing right now. So if Dalvin Cook come in and maybe could take a carry here or there, and Dalvin Cook a bigger dude, man, we could use a little bit more size, back there in the backfield. Rico Dowdle been dealing with this ankle injury all year, I believe, since the Arizona game. So, it can't hurt for us to take a look at Dalvin Cook. So maybe that's something we'll do. But our Dallas Cowboys got to go to Washington this week, man, and we got to go handle our business one more time to go seize everything in front of us. That's coach's theme, carpe omnia, seize everything. So let's hope the boys are really living, by that motto, and hopefully they are preparing themselves to seize everything on Sunday. That's all we need them to do. We've had plenty of games where everything is in front of us, to go out and show everybody that we for real, to go out and show that we deserve to be the number one seed, and, we haven't quite got over that hump yet, but I think it's not number one seed, but number one in our division, number 2 seed, but I think it's just time to show that we've earned everything we got this year, regardless of how they feel about this call, from the Lions. I've never seen the media shows and so many media personalities so up in arms about a bad call from a ref. I didn't see everybody so disappointed that the Chiefs basically got 2 wins off bad calls this year. Nobody batted an eye. Nobody batted an eye. The Packers got away with a win up in Kansas City. Nobody said anything. But it seems like when things seem to benefit the Cowboys, that it's a problem. Everybody mad. I'm talking about Rex Ryan, Orlovsky. Everybody is mad. When the man came on, turned on his microphone and said, number 70 is eligible. Why don't Dan Campbell stop him at that point and say, no, that's not what we were doing. 68 is supposed to be eligible. How do you know if they tell us that 68 eligible that we're not going to cover him? See, y'all just assume because the play went that way that's how Dallas was going to defend it anyway. No. The referee went right up to our players and said number 70 is eligible. He walked backwards while the Lions were still in their huddle, and he announced it over the loudspeaker. Number 70 has reported as an eligible receiver. How do you not hear that? As a coach, as an assistant coach, everybody know the play that's coming. Everybody know it's supposed to go to 68 because this is what we've been practicing all week. So why didn't anybody stop the white hat, the side judge, and say, hey, man, that's not right. He didn't make the right call. He didn't get the right guy eligible. Why try to make it a big secret when they're going to come tell the defense anyway? See, he tried to be too smart of a coach, and he outcoached himself. You trying to keep an ineligible receiver reporting as eligible as a secret is ridiculous. They're going to go tell the defense anyway. So it was dumb on Dan Campbell's part. He was dumb for going for it the second time. But I give you a mulligan on that. Even if you didn't get it that time, why didn't you kick it, bruh? That's all we want to know. See, everybody feeling sorry for the Lions. Nah, don't feel sorry for the Lions. Feel sorry for the players, not the coach. The players played good enough to take that game to overtime to try to win it with an extra quarter of football. But he took it away from them with his pride and his arrogance. So Detroit Lions fans, if you're looking to blame anybody for the position you in right now, look right at your head coach. Because he's the one who didn't make the right decision, put his pride to the side, and say, okay, Mr. Whitehead, we're going to talk about that play after this game. But we're going to go ahead and kick the ball and try to win this football game. That's not what you did. So miss me with they robbed them. The Dallas Cowboys, no player had a whistle. No player had a black and white shirt on. They didn't call it. And I don't think they benefited from it because the next play we bailed you out with an offsides on an interception. And you got a third chance. And you smoked it. So we don't want to hear nothing about this play no more. I'm through talking about it. I'm on to Washington. Now, we have to go to Washington this weekend. I heard it's going to be, it's looking like it's going to be raining. So this is going to be an ugly game, man. And I think this is the definition of a trap game. It's a division rival, end of the year, nothing to play. Well, I will say they don't completely have nothing to play for. The Washington Commanders are the number 2 pick right now. So the owners in the front office with the new management and the new ownership, they might be like, say, fam, we want to see some young guys this week. We don't want to see Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne. So we don't know who's going to play, which I know you'll have to make them Bama boys enacted to tell them to lay down. So I know 2 people who going to come to play for sure. So if And if it's Jacoby Brissett, it's a smart quarterback, man. I'm not just going to, disrespect that man. That man's still in the NFL. But this is a game we should win pretty handily. And to the point where maybe we can sit some of our players in the second half. And get them ready for the real deal next week. So, I'm hoping our Dallas Cowboys go down here. And we can't go down here with these mistakes. I'm so tired of people getting off sides and fumbling on the goal line. Come on, man. It's playoff time. And leave all that in 2023. This will be your first game of 2024. Let's start it off on the right foot. Going and securing the number 2 seed. And getting ready for 2 home playoff games. If we handle our business like we're supposed to. I know if we have 2, one of them going to be a blowout, I promise you. One of them going to be a blowout. If we have 2 home games, we don't play that bad at home, and it really should have got ugly. Let's just keep it a stack. It really should have got ugly for the Lions the other night. If it wasn't for 2 mistakes on us, I think at halftime, y'all probably go in down 21-6, 21-10, 21-3, whatever. You know what I mean? The Lions wasn't just balling like that. Let's just put that out there. The last touchdown they scored, we pretty much gift-wrapped it and gave it to them. Playing that soft coverage all the way down the field. See, I hope we don't get into another situation where we do that. But defense came up with the stop in the end on the 2-point conversion, and we get the win. So I can't complain about too much. I wish Coach wouldn't have passed that ball on 2nd and 14, but I don't think that was all on Coach. I think they had went over a play. If they got a certain look, then we're going to throw it. And if Dalvin Cooks go ahead and run the route, hey, man, we looking at probably a touchdown because it was one-on-one on the outside, and Jalen Tolbert ran a drag route, and he was wide open. So it's just all about our quarterback finding the right people in them moments if we're going to throw. And if not, just go ahead and eat it, take a sack, whatever, and let's get out of there with a win. But I'm not going to overreact. His clock management is just too bad. But nah, man, situational. He didn't want to give the ball back, and the botched penalty, the botched tripping penalty is the reason why Coach really ended up doing what he did on that second play, because he did not want to give the ball back. And you see why. The defense had been out there quite a bit in the second half. Offense wasn't just rolling. We was moving up and down the field, but we wasn't getting the ball in the end zone. So be happy with the win, man. Yes, we kind of botched some things right there at the end. It didn't cost you the game, and everything that happened is very much fixable. So just calm down, and I believe we were going to. Now, if he'd have started off throwing the ball, I could see where you're coming from. And we didn't get behind the sticks 15 yards, I can see where everybody coming from. But he started off running with the plan to run the clock out. And he didn't want to give that ball back. But you can take those kind of risks when your defense is as good as ours. That's why sometimes I think he makes some of those calls, because he really believes in this defense. Regardless of what happened in Buffalo and San Francisco, this is a good championship defense, and if it come together at the right time, the rest of the NFL in trouble. You know? It's only 2 other defense I feel like can rival ours, and that's San Francisco and Baltimore, and the Browns. I get the Browns theirs. Other than that, we right there with everybody else, man. But nobody like to admit that, because we didn't have a blowout here too. So do y'all think San Francisco defense weak now? Miami? Do they suck on defense? As soon as our team, for the most part, we've showed consistency all year. Turnovers, getting to the quarterback. Some games it don't quite go that way. But as soon as our defense have a bad game, they horrible, they can't do this, they can't do that. I don't think that's the case. I just think y'all like to hate on us. And y'all like to create any kind of worry for the Cowboy fans that y'all can. Don't listen to them, Cowboy Nation. We fine. We fine. That's why they so mad about this penalty. One penalty. Now the Cowboys don't deserve to be where they at. And we the 2 seed because of that. No, we're the 2 seed because we kept winning our games. And the Eagles wouldn't seal the deal. That's why we the 2 seed. Has nothing to do with the Detroit Lions. Nothing to do with it. We didn't do it. So if you want to be mad at anybody, be mad at the refs. Be mad at your coach. Cowboys had nothing to do with it. We just played defense. But I hope the La'el Collins move end up being something that benefit us. Maybe we can run some unbalanced sets and get all them big boys out there and really try to push some people in the playoffs and run. Just tell them we're going to run the ball. If we got to put 8 fat boys out here, we're going to run the ball. But we need to figure it out. We need to go ahead and figure it out and shoot La'el up in the backfield on the goal line like we used to. I just want to see us go out here and put it all out there. Show us you trying everything in the world to get to the Super Bowl. Because us Cowboy fans want to see it. It's young fans who've never seen it. And it's fans like me who feel like they'll never see it again. Prove us wrong, Dallas Cowboys. We know you can do it. Just show us. Go do it. It's all right there in front of you. Number 2 seed. And if we got to go to Santa Clara at the end, that's just what we got to do. And y'all got to pull your bootstraps up and go down to San Francisco and play the game to win. Don't go play to lose. Go attack them just like y'all attack everybody else. Go punch them first. Go punch them first. Because it looks like that's what we're going to have to do anyway. It's all lining up in that direction. I don't see anybody winning a game in San Francisco off them boys getting 2 weeks of rest. I just don't see it. But that offense could come out of rhythm. And who knows, if they let the team they playing stick around long enough, could turn into a game. But we need our Dallas Cowboys to worry about the food on their plate. That's Washington and whoever we got next weekend. And we'll worry about the divisional and NFC championship after that. But let's get this win, get a home playoff game, and see how everything play out from there. And just try to put ourselves in the best position to see the 49ers as late as we can. And if everything go right and we see them, that means we in the NFC championship, Cowboy Nation. So I'm hoping that's the case. I'm hoping that's how things play out. But you just can't hope. You got to go out and make it happen. Got to go make it happen, boys. We got faith in you, man. We got faith in you. Go have faith in yourself. Go seize everything, as Coach Mike McCarthy say. But tomorrow, we'll get into the Washington Commanders versus the Dallas Cowboys. See where they sitting at now since Thanksgiving and how they've been playing since then. And see what keys we need to come out to get to this victory. But thank you for watching the video, man. Man, week 18. We already here, Cowboy Nation, but it's playoff time, baby, and we right there. So thank everybody for watching the video. If you happen to catch it, like the video, share the video, subscribe. I'm Big D here at Big D Media. And as always, go Cowboys.